Hey guys, it's J1. I'm finally doing it. I'm decluttering my nail polish collection. It's been a long time coming, so I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up of what I plan on doing. I am going to go through all of my nail polish, which it's been a while since I've gone through this stuff and decluttered it. There may be times where I need to swatch them on my fingernails, which is why my fingernails are bare. And sorry, they're looking a hot mess. As you know, I'm in the process of moving, so I've been packing and decluttering, and my nails are kind of a hot mess, but it is what it is. So I may swatch. I do have my favorite nail polish remover here, Zoya Remove, and some Shiseido cottons to help me along with that. I also have some cuticle oil. This is very old from different dimensions, but I do want to eventually finish this. So I may be applying this to my cuticles as well as we go through this process. And so way back in the day, okay, let me start with I store all my nail polish in two Helmers. So it's the storage unit from IKEA. And this one, well, I have them all separated in drawers based on color family. So red, purple, pink, black, white, blue, green, toppers, glitter, and then like, I think I have my yellow and orange with my gray, black, and then other, like, I'm trying to think of nail accessories. You know, those kinds of like stamping plates and those kinds of things. So I plan on going through each drawer, kind of assessing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize these based on depth of color. So, or maybe spring, summer, fall, winter, because in certain drawers like this one, which is my red drawer, I don't wear a lot of red polish. And so I don't need this much red polish, to be honest. Like I just don't wear it that often. That may change in the future, but right now that's really not my jam. So I plan on getting rid of a fairly decent amount, and I don't want to have too many similar colors. The other thing you may see me pull out are these. I did this, like these nail swatching wheels, years and years ago, and I might be able to reference them. The thing is like I wrote on the back and it's very difficult to read. In fact, I should probably go get some glasses so I can read these. But there may be some instances where I can pull these out to see what the swatch is. So we'll see if that ends up happening instead of me swatching on my nails. Let's see if there's anything else. This is probably going to be several videos. I'm not sure. I'm going to film as many of them as I can today. I didn't put on makeup today, so I thought that was the perfect day to just go ahead and start working on this declutter. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull all of this polish out of this drawer and kind of start organizing. Lord help me. The other thing I will say is some of these are going to need to be shaken up. As you can see here, this one's... So you may hear me doing that a lot. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this collection over here because it looks like I only have a handful of like spring, summer reds. I may put some brighter reds over here as well. Let me... it seems to be kind of dark. The rest of these are very, very dark. All right, so let's start with these guys. This first one I have is Zoya Sarah. This is a really like nice iridescent red, and I really do like Zoya's formula. So this one's so far going to be a keep. Next one I have this Girly Bits What happens in Vegas ends up on Instagram shade. This actually should be in my pink drawer, I think. This is more of a pink color. But regardless, I do like this brand and I like this polish. I think it's really pretty, so that one will stay. Let's move these down. This is by Darling Diva. The shade is Little Red Corvette, and it's really glittery, as you can see. This is really pretty, but I'm just not going to wear this. I know it. Like, I'm really picky about glitters. Yeah, so this is Little Red Corvette here. Yeah, it's not my jam. So I'm gonna declutter that one. This is by NYC. The shade is Broadway Burgundy Frost. I remember this is a really pretty color, but I feel like there may be some others here, like this one, that I'd prefer. This is different dimensions. Oh, Heady Logos. I think that's how you say that. It's leans a bit more pink, but it has a similar finish. I don't know if you guys can see that sheen. So I'm going to declutter this one and keep the different dimensions. And this one kind of is similar as well. This is China Glaze Ruby Pumps. This is beautiful. So this one will stay. Now I have two of these like creme red polishes, Zoya Carmen, and this is Sally Hansen. Oh, wow, what shade is this? I should put my glasses on, you guys. Rockin' Red. No, Racin' Red. Yeah, Racin' with a apostrophe. I don't wear cream reds very often, so I'm going to declutter those two. I'm being ruthless, okay? Then I have this Zoya glitter in Astra, and I did see this one as I was looking for this other swatch. Yeah, Astra is this one, and similar to the other one from Different Dimensions, I don't see myself wearing these, so this one is going. Did I show that right? Okay. Then I have this Milani Ruby Jewels. This is beautiful, but I think, again, it's very similar to Ruby Pumps. So I think I'm going to keep Ruby Pumps. Okay, this is by Colors by Leroux. The shade name is You've Been Served. And yeah, I feel like this is the early version of the holographic polishes. And this one's just really not that great. It comes off more of a cream in natural light, and you may get a little bit of a shift in the sunlight. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. This is by the brand Jade. It's their diamond and the shade Scarlet. Let me see if I have a swatch of this. I know I do. Yeah, it's this one here. That's just really not that interesting to me, so I will declutter this. This is by the brand Glittery Lacquers. The shade is Raspberry Cordial. This is a bit unique in my collection. I don't know if it's supposed to be in this drawer. I'm not seeing it on my swatches, so I'm just going to go ahead and swatch it. Yeah, I just don't think it adds much. Okay, for right now, I'm going to keep it because it is a unique color. But I am going to go ahead and declutter this one. This is Color Club Garnet Glow. I just used it as a base for this one, and I really don't like the color. All right, next up I have the Zoya Pixie Dust in the shade Oswin. My only issue with these Zoya polishes is this rubber is sticky. I know you can replace the tops of these. So I think this one, I do have a swatch of, where is it? Yeah, it's this one right here. And I do like that. I don't necessarily love the texture, but I can always put a top coat, but this is a really pretty red. So I'll keep that one and probably eventually replace the cap. Ugh. A England, this is the shade Briar Rose. Again, this is a shade that I'm just not jiving with these days. It's too muted. It does not look good on my fingernails, I don't feel like, so that's gonna go. And then lastly, I have Colors by Leroux Little Red Corvette. Again, this one has that sticky cap that's icky, but this shade, it's pretty. It's just, it's not doing it for me. So that's going. Wow, I'm getting through a lot, guys. I'm being ruthless, like I said. I'm gonna keep my pile of rejects over here, and then I will put these off to the side and over here, and that way whenever I put them back in my drawer, I'll be able to pull them from that pile. Okay, I'm just gonna pull these like a little bit at a time because they all kind of look similar to me. Okay, first up is by the brand Polish. This is P-A-H-L-I-S. Oh, wow. S-H. Blood of the Mountain. This one does have a little bit of a shift going on. I feel like this is a little bit too brown toned for me. References? Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to set this one aside. I do feel like it's a color that I wouldn't wear very often, at least off the top of my head, but I'm going to put it up here as a big maybe. Next up is Darling Diva, Don't Call Me, I'll Call You. This is kind of up my alley when it comes to red colored shades. This is more of a purple red, and it probably, in all honesty, would go in like a red purple drawer. I'm so off camera, I'm sorry. So this one is definitely going to stay. I have Colors by Leroux, The Fallen. Ooh, this has got a pretty shimmer going on here. Yeah, that's pretty. And I like that it's got like I mean, I've only done one coat, but it's got that red, the pinky red base versus a true, like, oh, not even a blood red I like, but this is leaning more my vibe. Wow, I can't talk. Anyway, that's gonna stay. From Butter London, I have the shade Ruby Murray. Again, I don't do a lot of creams, but sometimes having a cream as a base for something else, especially like a multi-chrome, is good. And this is a pretty shade and a good formula. I'm gonna put that one here for right now. From Picture Polish, I have the shade Vampire. Is this a jelly or is this a deep dark shade? Here is Vampire. What was this one? Ruby Monday. Okay, here are the two shades like matched up together. They look identical. So this one is Vampire by Picture Polish. This one is the Butter London shade. I mean, they're identical. So I need to pick one. They have the same amount of polish in each. I think I'm going to stick with the Butter London. I'm just going to do a quick like initial swatch to see how sheer they are. Is one more opaque than the other? Sorry if this is a hot mess express, you guys. Yeah. Butter London is definitely more opaque. So there's the Butter London, there's the Picture Polish. So I'm going to stick with the Butter London one, and we'll declutter the Picture Polish. Let me go ahead and take this nail polish off. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in the declutter pile. I decided. Okay. Next we have by Deborah Lippman, the shade Lady is a Tramp. This one is Lady is a Tramp. That's a pretty base red, and I don't really have a nice like cream in this color family. These two were a bit brighter, like the ones that I pulled out. So I'm gonna keep the one from Deborah Lippman. Next, I have from the braid Contrary Polish, Firebrand is the name of the color. This has got a really nice shimmer going on here. Sorry, you can see my ring light. But it feels like it may be a little bit too muted. Here is Firebrand, and yeah, that's just, I mean, it's pretty, but not the color I'm looking for. So that's gonna go. Whoops, I want it to go here. And these are the ones I'm decluttering right now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one because this bottle, I cannot be bothered. Like, in order to seal it all the way, and it's not one where the cap lifts. This is from Illamasqua. The shade is Scarab. No, I don't like that. Okay, I think I'm going to save my OPIs for later because I have a bunch of OPI. So let me go ahead and put these off and we'll start a new batch. I accidentally put the ones I was keeping over here. All right, here's my next grouping, and I think I'm going to start with these 3 or 4 from Zoya. So the first one I have is the color Catherine. I want to say this is a jelly polish, and I'm going to be honest, like jelly polishes just don't do it for me. Here's Catherine. Unless it's got other stuff going on, these shades are great for layering. Jelly polishes are, but I just cannot be bothered. So that's going to go. Then I have the shade Posh Matte. And this is a matte velvet. And let me see. I usually will top them. Okay, yeah, here is Posh Velvet, but I, of course, topped it with a top coat. That's a really pretty shade of red. So I'm going to hold on to that one. Then I have the shade Da Vinci. Again, this is a darker red. And it's this one here. Here's Posh and here's Da Vinci. So I'm going to hold on to this one. I do love the Zoya formula. It's really good formula. But I may end up decluttering if I find something else I like better. This one is the shade Gem. This is a really beautiful dark shade. Yeah, it's this one here. It kind of leans on the purple side. These are the vampy colors that I love. So Gem is going to stay. Let's do this Essie one. This is the shade Swing Velvet, and this is pretty, but it's kind of boring, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. Then I have another one from A. England. I was just looking to see if I have any others from A. England. I don't think I do. This is the shade Percival, and I know this is a really pretty shade. Let me see if I can find a swatch of it. Here's Percival, and I think these are really beautiful, like one coaters as well. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to Percival. Next, I have this clean color lacquer in metallic red. I really purchased these for stamping. I don't really do stamping anymore, and if I do, I usually do it with a black polish. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that. Sally Hansen Insta Dry in the shade, what is this? Wind Up. Again, this one's fine. It's just a basic burgundy shade, so I'm going to declutter that. This one is actually really pretty. This is another Sally Hansen polish, diamond strength, no chip, and save the date. I don't know where I would have swatched this, because, you know, I'm looking at a bunch of swatch wheels here. Save the date. It's this one. This is gorgeous. I love shades like that. It will stay. Next I have by Wet n Wild. This is a Fergie polish in the shade, does it say? I guess it's Fergie is the name of the color. Well, I can't find it on my swatch wheel, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch it on my nails. We'll see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's right up my alley. Yeah, and I love that this is like a one coater. Beautiful. Okay, so this is staying. Then, okay, I have this from Polish. This is the shade 2 Moon Sunset. I've tried shaking this up and I can't get it to mix. And I think it's also like a bit too much of an orange red, so that's gonna go. And then last in this grouping that I had is by the brand Jade. It's the special glitz polish in Vestido de Gala. And I think this is just either a topper or some kind of X. Oh, no, it's not. It's more like a polish itself. That's really pretty. Okay, yeah, that's like a nice summer cherry red, you know, leaning pink red color. That's really pretty. All right, so so far I have decluttered 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. And I am keeping 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Moving on to the next batch. I think I'm gonna grab all these Colors by Leroux polishes. Oh, here's another Jade. All right, let's do these guys. So I have another one of these Jade glitz polishes. This is in the shade Echarpe de Seda. I think that's how you say that. This is leaning more of a true burgundy red. And I just have so many shades like this. I think I'm gonna pass on this one, but you know what? Let's just swatch it. Yeah. You see how this is more of like an orangey red? I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that. From Deborah Lippmann, I have the shade Through the Fire. This is a really pretty kind of blue red. And let me see. Here is Through the Fire, and that's a really pretty burgundy. I'll probably end up having duplicates of this, but that's okay. Next up, I have by Colors by Leroux. This is the shade Temptation. Oh, this may be a little bit muted. I feel like some of these shades tend to be more muted than they look in the bottle. Here is Temptation. Yeah, that doesn't have enough punch for me. I'm gonna set this one aside. I may end up keeping it. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one by Ozotic. It's the shade number 621. This, again, is just that shade of red that I'm not a fan of. Another Colors by Leroux. This is, I think this is one of those P51. It's called P51 or something like that. Yeah, like these kinds of polishes, I can't be bothered with. I feel like this is better as a topper, actually. So let me just try something. Wait, this? Here. Can I look at this one? That one. This one here. Okay, that's after 3 coats. That's pretty. I'm just gonna try it over this red to see what it does. No, it's just. Yeah, see, it doesn't really do much. And on its own, it's pretty, but I have better polishes than this one. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Okay, I just had to add some cuticle oil because, ooh, my nails are dry. All right, moving on to another Colors by Leroux. This one is called P47. Very similar to the other one I just decluttered. So this one is going to go. And then I have this shade, which is Love Actually. I want to say that I panned this shade, and I don't remember really liking it very much. That's the shade I was looking for. That was this shade. I finally found it. It was sitting right here. And then this one is this shade, so I'm not interested. This one is Love Actually, and it's a pretty shade, but I don't think it's that exciting, so I'm going to get rid of it. Next, I have one by Revlon. This is Autumn Berry. This is pretty, but again, leaning on that kind of brown red, so I'm going to declutter that. And then another one from Butter London. This is Chancer. This one is a beautiful red. Let me see. I think it's on this swatch wheel. It is this one right here. It's gorgeous. So this one will stay. And then this Colors by Leroux. I'm going to keep this one for now. And then these others are going to go. So that's 6 more that I'm getting rid of. And out of that pile, I think I've got 3 that I'm keeping. Okay, we're getting down to the wire. These are a bunch of OPI shades that I have. All right, let's go through this. The first one I have is Germanicure. This one is really pretty, but again, leaning kind of orangey red. So I'm going to declutter that. I'm going to make sure I can count these. Next one is one by Sephora by OPI. I lost the name of this one. This one I think is a really good vampy shade, and it could be this one. Oh, because this one doesn't have a name on the back. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one as well. This one from OPI is Bogota Blackberry. I used to love this color so much, but I've grown out of it, so I'm going to get rid of it. I have Every Month is Oktoberfest. Now this one is really a really good kind of deep, dark, vampy with a little bit of a purple shift. So I'm going to keep this one. This is a China Glaze. Another one by Sephora by OPI. This is Mr. Right Now. Again, a regular red cream. Not really that interested in keeping that one, so that one's going. This is OPI's I Fell for This Color. I fell for this color. This one's just a little bit too dark for me, so I'm going to pass that one along. This one is Vampsterdam. This is pretty, but a little bit too gray leaning purple, so we're going to say goodbye. I knew this was going to happen with these OPIs. And then I have Royal Raja Ruby. Oh, I love this one so much. I don't think I can part with it, even if, yeah, this one has to stay. I love it. The name is really great too. And then let me pull out some of these similar shaped bottles. I have, let's do this one too. This one I know is not going anywhere. This is by Dance Legend. The shade is, I think it's Red Show. Yeah, this one's stunning. It's not going anywhere. Oh, this is a China Glaze. The shade is Define Good. Again, pretty, but kind of basic. I feel like I have shades like this over and over. Finger Paints, What an Exhibition. Again, not really that exciting for me. China Glaze, Rich in Heart. No, this is Sinful Colors. And I feel like I have similar colors to this. So I'm going to pass this one along. This one's definitely going to go China Glaze Infrared. This is pretty, and I did get good use on this polish. As you can see, I've got some windowing there. But again, I just don't wear these types of shades. It's a bit too muted down for me. And then lastly, I have Lubu Heels by China Glaze. Let me see if I have that. I know I have it swatched. I just want to see what the different... Like here's Vampsterdam, this one right here. This one is Royal Raja Ruby. This one is Lubu Heels. And I think again, that's just a little bit too dark for me. So we're gonna say goodbye to this one as well. So out of those, I'm getting rid of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Woo! And keeping like 3. All right, let's do these next. I have 3 from Julep, and these I don't think, even I know you can pan these really fast. None of these colors interest me. So the first one is Caroline. It's, you know, again, that kind of brown leaning, red leaning brown shade. So I'm going to say goodbye to that. This is Kira, you know, a pretty cream shade, but not my jam. And then I have Sharon, and this is just a really basic red to me. So those three are going to go. From the brand Pure Ice, I have the shade All Nighter. This one looks pretty. It's a really like inexpensive brand. I don't even think they're around anymore. I'm just going to swatch this. I know I have oil on my fingernails, but that's okay. I think that's a pretty kind of like, again, pinky leaning red. And it's got a little bit of interest with the sparkle. So I'm going to keep that one. From Misa Nail Lacquer, I have the shade Highbrow. This one's a gorgeous shade. Kind of a dark purple leaning red. I'm going to keep that one. From MAC, I have, oh God, what was this one called? I don't remember what this one was called. I think it's a very dark, if I remember correctly. No, never mind. Not dark. Oh, this formula doesn't seem that great so far. Okay, I think it's Formaldehyde. It's this shade here. It's got some interest to it, but I think you need to put several coats on. Let's see. Yeah, and see, even that's 2 coats and it looks like shit. Okay, I'm going to keep this one for right now. I may end up like putting it in one of my, like my polish project just to test the formula, because I feel like I'm not doing it. I'm doing it a disservice now by quickly trying to swatch, not letting it dry in between. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Next I have from Glitter Gal. This is Hot Chili. I had this in my project polish recently, and I just don't find this to be that interesting. I'm going to declutter it. From Darling Diva, I have the Grand Right. I cannot get this one to mix, so I can't be bothered. And then the next one I have is by Crow's Toes. This is the shade Hellhound. This is gorgeous. I am going to keep this one. All right, the last batch is here. I have from Cirque Colors. This is a newer shade to me. It's called Arcane Fire. This is not going anywhere. It's beautiful. So that stays. Glam Polish Banished. This is, I just saw this one in my swatch wheel. It is this shade here. I'm going to say goodbye to this one. From Pretty Serious, I have the shade Cashmere. This is beautiful. Will not go anywhere. KL Polish. This is a nice formula, and this is a nice cream shade. Like, I'm not keeping a ton of these, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. This is the shade Mindy, and this is a good formula, so I'd like to keep that one. Glam Polish. Look at this beautiful thing going on here. The shade is My Bloody Valentine. I love this. It's not leaving. Then I have 2 from ILNP. The first one is Diablo, and this one needs to be mixed. Let's see. While I'm waiting for this nail to dry, I will talk about this one. This is ILNP Ava. This is beautiful. It is not going anywhere. Yeah, that one is pretty. I'm going to go ahead and keep this shade as well. These are also kind of sticky, and I don't know if I can buy replacements from ILNP because this brand is still around, and their bottles, is this what their bottles look like now? I think so. I could be wrong. Yeah, like this one's stickier than this one. Anyway, we'll keep it. All right, so that is what I'm going to do with my red polish drawer. Let me take off this nail polish on my nails, and then we'll do a final count. I'm like, what is that sound? It's my this bottle. All right, here's what I ended up getting rid of, and let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 43 polishes I'm getting rid of from one drawer. Wow. All right. And here is what I'm keeping. Still a good amount of polish. I mean, there's still a bunch here. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 34 I'm keeping. So that's still a good amount. I mean, I got rid of over half, but this is manageable, a bit more manageable for me. So let me put them back in my drawer. Wow. Wow. That is crazy pants. I'm shooketh. That's amazing. I'm very happy with this. So this is probably going to be part 1 of, I don't know, 8 or 9 or something, because this took me an hour to film and it was just one drawer. So you'll probably see my red burgundy drawer after this. All right. That's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.